to the channel. This video is about a very special snare drum. This is the first drum that I got made for me from Red Rock Drums. It's a 14x8 full Jarrah stave snare drum sharp. I've played hundreds of shows with this snare drum. I've recorded on a few different albums with this snare drum too. Its tuning range is incredibly large. I've had this tuned right down to play 80s songs. I've also tuned this snare drum up to be almost like a popcorn snare. Huge shot coming out of it. It's really one of a kind. This drum became more special for a couple of reasons. So basically, when this drum was made, within a couple of months, my nonna had passed away, and to remember her, I actually got a plaque made up for her. Now, she passed away in 2011, so we've just passed 10 years since she's gone. The idea was, look, my grandparents, they're very special because they made the decision to leave Italy and to make a new life in Australia, and that in itself inspired me with everything I do. It's like I compare to that, and I think any obstacle I've got to jump over or any amount of work I've got to put in is like a drop in the ocean compared to them leaving their family, taking their children, whether it was by boat or by plane, to this new country where, they may have known one person and they had to make it pretty much on their own. So this is kind of a dedication to that. So that plaque is in memory of my nonna who passed away in 2011. Basically, in 2014, my nonna passed away. So he's my mum's dad. The nonna on the other plaque was my dad's mum. And it's one of those things where he passed away within 6 months. He had pancreatic cancer. They tried to save him, and we all prayed for him. And yeah, he passed away, and he was the strong one. He's the one who never got sick, healthy. He was 70 years old and looked 50. Just a really inspiring man, and it feels like, in a heartbeat, it's all over. So I've got that plaque created for him, and I think it's roughly 4 years now. His wife, my nonna, passed away within a few days. She was at the nursing home. She wasn't well, and again, it's like it's all over in a heartbeat. These strong people, these bulletproof people that, I guess that breed doesn't exist much anymore. They were a very special breed, that generation, and I've got a spot here for a plaque for her, and I've been delaying it, and I've been making a lot of excuses. It's kind of I want to put a plate there for her memory, and yet there's part of me that's, I guess, not wanting to accept any of the passings of my grandparents. So I know I need to create that plaque, and I want to place it here in memory of her, and I will. And currently my nonna is still alive, and I know there's going to be a time where there's going to be another plaque on this snare drum, and it's kind of, you want to do it for their memory, because you appreciate everything they've done, leaving their home country while their family's telling them they're crazy of doing that, creating a life here where my parents' generation and now my generation, we live a little easier, and you could say a lot easier. So I think the snare drum is so special because it is a kind of it's a tribute to their generation, and to the decisions they made to give the next generations an amazing life. So yeah, this is my favorite drum out of everything that Red Rock Drums has created for me. Um, very appreciative of the work that both Matthew and Roger have put in, and when we were designing everything together. In terms of the spec on the drum, these hoops, because this drum's 10 years old, um, they used to outsource the hoops, the maple hoops, and then they've now perfected that. They make their tone hoops, which I'll show you on another one of my snare drums. But at the time, I said, please put wood hoops on it. Don't put the metal ones. This is a beautiful, beautiful shell, and the wood would look amazing on it. Now that they make their tone hoops with the inlay, that would look even better again. This is one of their earliest drums, and this doesn't have the reinforcement hoops lathed in. So this is a straight shell, so smooth on the outside and on the inside. So I've basically got a piece of history of Red Rock drums, along with the majority of my drum kit is the kind of the first run or the first bunch of shells that they made. And I've played hundreds of shows with this, and it's been amazing. It's worked in every type of genre. So yeah, I'll open this up and I'll show you the inside of the drums. All right, so like I mentioned before, these were the original shells that Red Rock Drums made. So they didn't lathe the reinforcement hoops. It was a straight up stave shell. You can see the snare beds are here and here that they've cut in. Nice 45-degree bearing edge. So this is a full Jarrah snare shell, and it's done in vertical staves.